clamor of the coffee shop faded into the background as a murderous rage overtook me. This was it. The moment I snapped, set my life on fire, then walked away while it all exploded behind me like the lead in an action movie. And all because some smug elitist was offended that the chain coffee shop didn't serve a real macchiato. A real macchiato has only a splash of milk. The beady-eyed man lifted his delicious, sugary drink and thrust an accusing finger at its pale color. This is a latte. And, as a dragon, my taste buds are very sensitive. I cannot tolerate all this human sugar. I planted my hands on the counter and leaned in, holding his gaze. It always made them uncomfortable when you did that. It was harder to be an ass when you had to look someone in the eye. Then why did you come to a human coffee shop? I asked. He spluttered, but I cut him off before he could get started. Also, sugar is sugar. They don't make special dragons-only sugar to put in your special dragons-only coffee. He gaped at me, a red flush creeping up his neck. How dare you? How dare I what? I raised a single eyebrow, a strange calm coming over me as I wondered if my manager would fire me on the spot or just send me home and do it tomorrow. Asked perfectly reasonable questions. You have no right to treat a customer this rudely. He slammed the drink down, sloshing hot liquid onto his fingers, drawing out a hiss of pain. Oh my God! You burned me! But sir, I thought you were a dragon, I asked innocently. Dragons can't be burned. His face turned purple. Where is your manager? I shimmied out of the 3 suffocating layers of jackets a cold autumn winter required as I stomped into my apartment, letting the door slam shut behind me. Snow scattered across the rug that lay in the entryway as I kicked my boots off with more force than was actually necessary. Between that and the icy stairs I'd had to climb, I was out of breath and patience. I gave my boot another kick, just because, before whirling around and marching toward the kitchen. My college degree, framed and displayed on the living room wall, taunted me as I passed by it. Social work had seemed like a good idea when I'd graduated high school. I'd been all bright-eyed and hopeful, wanting nothing more than to help people. But it turned out I needed a master's degree for the career I actually wanted, or any job that paid more than working as a barista. I tossed my latest write-up onto the growing pile with a wince. This wasn't the first time I'd gotten into trouble at work, but I had a feeling it would be the last. I'd technically only been put on probation by my manager today, but there was a strong chance the district manager would fire me outright when she found out. I couldn't even blame her. While I loved helping people, pacifying snobs was not a skill I possessed. I was too honest. Screw it. I refused to wallow. I pulled up Big Wingspan's newest album on my phone and cranked the volume up as loud as it would go, letting the rock and roll soothe my soul, or whatever it was supposed to do. The refrigerator was freshly stocked with my favorite cheap wine, and a bunch of fresh vegetables that neither me nor my roommate would remember to cook before they went bad. The wine was fizzy, sweet, and came in little single-serving bottles I could chug without guilt. I had a lot of faults, but being high maintenance was not one of them. I tossed the lid in the trash and took a long, satisfying drink. Yep, that tasted exactly like $5 wine should. Questionable and sugary. This weekend, I intended to do a little shopping therapy. Well, window shopping therapy. My budget was tight, even with a roommate. And when, I lost my job, it would only get tighter until I found a new one. But today, all that mattered was relaxing and letting off a little steam. Happily, my work probation also included a 2-day suspension, so I didn't have to deal with any stupid people for an entire weekend. It would be bliss. Hey, Cece, do you want to go shopping with me tomorrow? I shouted over the song. There was a muffled response from her bedroom, but I couldn't understand what she'd said.
to keep listening to this audiobook. I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.